Hi guys, we'll be starting this session soon, so please invite your friends so that they'll not miss this session. Hi guys, welcome all to the Phase 3 Session 1, that is Android development using Jetpack. It's our pleasure to have Prakash sir, head of the CS department, and other faculty members too. So let's get started.
Okay, good evening all. Thank you, Tanish, for your wonderful greet. Okay, first of all, I want to add one words. Sun is rising, going down, and this much student is came here to learn Kotlin. To develop their career in Android. It's great to see all of you here. So for the first we will doing Kotlin fundamentals. That means we are building a strong fundamental or strong base so that you can build a beautiful career in Android. So without any further delay, let's start the event. Okay, you can see my screen, right, everybody? Okay, I will start.
Yes, it's visible. You can start, Shreyas.
Thank you. Basically, Compose app are written. What is Compose? Usually we get doubts when we heard this word. Compose is a modern toolkit. That means we can also develop Android application through Java also. But why this Kotlin is become famous and recommended by the Google officially? Google was considers that Kotlin is their for what most recommended language for their Android development. The reason is we can write efficient applications through these Kotlins. That means less lines of code can build a robust app. Means this will make a more stable and robust application for users. Then next, Kotlin Playground. Uh, Playground is nothing but where we execute the program for example, for Java we will use the text pads. I mean, we collaborate by installing a interpreter or a compiler with the Java developer kit. We will compile our code using Java, sorry, TextPad. In the same case, we will write HTML codes in Visual Codes and Notepad, and for C we will use Turbo C plus different ID. In the same way, for testing Kotlin, we can use Kotlin Playground. It's officially developed by Android developer. I mean, official Android website. So we can here test the code we wrote here. We can also write this code on Android Studio also, but this is where we get started with this programming. And going next, programs. As you all know, program is a series of instruction. That means I will give a small example of a robot, story of a robot. We can say I heard somewhere about this. One man was a person with maintaining a bakery was built a bot. I mean robot which can walk and all around. So this bot, he instructed the bot to bring chocolate from the wholesalers. What is used to do is just will go to the wholesale sellers and bring chocolates. So somehow his competitor gets to know that he built a bot and he is lazy to go to still wholesalers. So his competitor was added the malicious code. That means the initially that the bot was built for just for bringing chocolate. Next time the competitor was just added a few lines to slap the face of what suppliers. So what what is it? Just went purchase the chocolate and slap the face of a wholesaler. So this is just an example I was just giving. That means don't have any ethical thinking or like machine learning. If you didn't add in machine learning, can't understand what is good and what is bad. It's just execute what is the program written in that. So it never thinks what good or bad. So you can see here in Java, because the Kotlin is become famous for this, because we in Java, if you want to learn hello world, there is a lengthy lines, I think including brace it to reach up to 8 lines, but in Kotlin it's not like that. We can write in just 3 lines. uh, More about this, what is fun keyword main, and what is this all, we will get to know in next. And down below you can see what is the output of this program. Hello world, that's it. Okay, going next slide. Defining a function. How to define a function in Kotlin. uh, for what begin. So you can see here, if you want to declare a function and keyword, like we use in other language such as C++ and other language, in the same way, we can function is as we know, it's a group of I mean cluster of instructions. In for declaring a function, we will use this fun keyword. This means what else follows this fun keyword will be considered as function, unless you don't make any. Wait, tag is closed. Okay, thank you. Unless you do any mistakes in declaring the function, it will. I mean syntax error. It will consider the all instruction within the brace as a. Uh, Wait, I will use brace here. You can see here you will see brace here and here, what and all is there between this println and high is wrote here. This is considered as a body of the function. What is body of the function, we will let you know in next slides. So I will move to the next slide. So main function. You have seen that in every programming language, it may be Python, it may be C++, or it is Java. In any language, we will find a main section. What exactly this main section? Main section is just, as I just told, compiler or program which executed on computer just execute the what the instruction is there, but it don't know any ethical or knowledge about that. So how the this compiler get to know where we should start the I mean reading the instructions. Usually it get confused, right? That's why we use a main section. That means it is the starting point of the function. When this fun is named as a main, the compiler or in, what Android Studio will start reading from this section. That means if the fun main is present, it will start reading from there, irrespective of any number of functions. It may be 10,000. What else it may be? And I will go to the next slide. And function name. Here you can see, as I just told, fun keyword is just to mention that is a declare a function. In the same way, what else follows after this function will be considered as a function name. That means you can see here some letters are wrote in capital letters, some are small. What is this? You may get to confuse. This is called as a camel case convention. That means you can't add any spaces between this function name. It's a standard used by all Kotlin programmers. Of course, you can add underscore, but it's not considered as a standard method. Whenever you write two words of function name, we will always start with a small letter. Here you can see display instruction is started with the small letter D, and it goes on till display, and its next follows our next word, so that the developer wrote as a I as a capital, so we can understand this is another word. So this is the display instruction is the function name of this program. So I will go to the next slide. Function input. After the what else the function name after the followed what all followed by the function name is you can see here a brace here. It is used to pass argument or call the I mean pass the values or declare the default values. So what is this default value? We will get to know in next soon. So here this is the was brace. Here we will declare a variable and I will go to the next slide. Okay, you get to know that this brace is used for passing a parameter or passing an argument. So after that we will use a brace. Here what and all there in between this brace will be considered as a body of the function. I mean all codes are written in here will be considered as here. And here you can see fun is started here and is ended the brace here. That means is, as I just told, common case convention consider that what and all fun instructions will be mentioned. If you nest a function, it should be ended here exactly straight as to the fun f letter, so that we can understand which function is opened where and which function is closed. So this opening of this brace is here, and I will go to the next slide. This is general okay, this is general syntax of function. Here, for declaring a function, there must be a fun keyword and followed by the name. Uh, just we get give an example of display instruction. This is the function name and input or parameter with respect to function, whether it's a main function or it is just a function, normal function, followed by the brace. All the instruction present in the body is called as a function body. So just a second. Yeah. I will go to the next slide. So I just told how to declare a function and what is the main function. How it looks in when we merge both. It is how it looks like. Here we I am declared a sorry main function. Here I called first function here. You can see here by command, and here I called. Here I called the function and I here defined the function. This is the function body. Here I am not wrote any instructions here. Okay, I will move to the next slide. Here, define and calling a function. I just given us typical syntax of the function. Here you can see live example. Here what compilers do is just came to the main function and start reading. Here I called a birthday greeting function here. So it looks for birthday greeting function where it declared. So when it get to see that birthday greeting function is declared here, it will reads what the instruction is given that and function. So it will see that print ln, that means to print in on console. So it will print happy birthday rover and print you are 5 year old. So this is how function calling a function and defining it looks. And as all programming language, in Kotlin also we can see data types, because to if you want to store values we need variables. That means what is the variable? Variable is a single piece. That means if you want to store a something, like if you want to store a pen, you will store it in a box, pen box, or in your primary you guys used compass box to store your pen, pencil, and in the same way, if you want to store a value, we will use variable to store value. That box is or that container is called as a variable. So as other programming language, uh, Kotlin also use various data types such as string, that is used to store string type. String is a collection of text. So in the same as C++ or C languages, string and int. Int, you know, all guys know about int. Whether you know string and other variable, this int is the most commonly used and commonly known data types. So we will store normal integer value here, and then followed by double. Double is more precise decimal value. That means if you want to you know the guys that pi value is continue till 100 or it's infinite, go to infinite. If you want to store such a precise value, we can use double data type. And float. Float is, as I just told, not as accurate or precise as double, but somewhat is float value. That means what we say decimal value. So then, and boolean. Finally, boolean. Boolean is as just know is just store zeros and one, true or false. That's like that. I will go to the next slide. And defining a function. Then how to declare a function? Sorry, keyword. Not the function. It's a keyword variable. Sorry. So how to declare a variable? For declaring a variable, we have two options. Either we can use val keyword or var keyword in for declaring a variable on Kotlin. So where we use val or where we use where, so it's just simple. If you want, if you we are using a variable that value will not change forever in the program, you use val keyword. That means it's like constants or read only read only. That means will not change forever. Then var keyword. Just a second. You can see right. Okay. Where keyword. Where keyword is just used where the value will not change. That means we'll keep on updating or changing forever. Like age will be updated every year. In such kind of a programs, we will use where keywords. Okay, I hope you got this point. And this is not read only. You can change anytime. But val is a read only. Okay, I will go to the next slide. So this is how we declare a variable. See, I have given both example for val as well as where. So here I am declaring. For declaring a variable, first we will use keyword. Either it will be val or where. Then we use name of the data type. In this example, I was used name, and the next example I have given age, followed by semicolon. Sorry, not a semicolon. It's colon. Okay, colon, one space, and data type. Here I am using string because we can't store string data type, string values in other data type. So that I am using string. And here for age, I am using int. That means not such a precise, but I am using value 20, value 20 here. So that I am declaring a name variable as a bhavye, and it is constant, and this is not constant. Here I am inputted value as a age as a 20. So I am moving next slide. So this is as I just told, name. Name is used to is like a unique character. You can't use declare identical names. If you do that, it will compiler get confused. So then, so I hope you got the point. Where keyword val and variable name followed by the colon, then data type equal to value. So I will go to this is called initial declaration. So I will go to the next slide. And function also, we can use return values. That means you can we have seen that in C language. I hope if you are well versed with the C language, we will use return type. Why is return type used? After executing, I mean, after completion of this function, executing this function, a value is stored, returned to the compiler, or returned as a return value as a function for function. So at the end of this, in this example, at the end, we will return what name of greeting. This happy birthday Robert. You are now 5 years old. This string is placed in this function return value. So here you can see, to return a function, we just use one more column here. Then that which type of return values you can use string. I think you are well with the void keyword in C. Void is used in C for to not return any value. In the same way, if you want, you can also not return. There is an option to not return any value also. So you can return integer type, string type, and all. So I will go to the next slide. Defining the variable. I just given this example. This is one more example. Here I used val name, string Megan, and age 28, and that's all. Okay, I will go to the next slide. This is one more example. If you want, you can take screenshot and make a note. Okay, I will go to the next slide. Okay, so here, sorry. So I will explain this later on this about this slide. So next I will go to the comments in Kotlin. Uh, I think you know know about this comments. Comment is just what unreaded for what statement in the program. That means if you wrote a complex program, if a new program is introduced that project, he can't understand what exactly this program, right, for our who wrote this program. In this case, we will use comments. As other programming language, we can use both multi-lines comment and inline comment. As exactly as in C languages and all, we will use slash star to initiate a multi-line comment. In this example, I use this program display the number of message and one more line too. And I terminated the multi-line comment by star and what we call asterisk and slash. Only for forward slash, we can't consider a backslash. So after that we can see one main function is created here, and we can see one more inline comment. That means compiler will terminate, do not consider the next line, consider next line as a program, not a what comment. So exactly as other programming language, inline and multi-line. So I will go to the next slide. Okay. I think I took more time. So that's all about Kotlin programming language for this today. For today, we have a lot thing to say, but we can't say everything in one session only. So we are continue with this Kotlin fundamentals for next day also. Because I am stopping here. Now Pratik will show a live example by building uh, program. That means as in title you can, I think you seen in what WhatsApp that your first application. So I am stop presenting now. So Pratik, are you ready?
Yeah, yeah. So, hello everyone. First of all, thank you, Shreyas, for giving a basic introduction about Kotlin. So, in this session, like before that, I will just share my screen. So, can you at least say me that is it visible or not? My screen is visible.
Yes, Pratik, we can see your screen clear.
Okay. Okay. Thank you. So, as Shreyas told about the basic about Jetpack Compose, so I'll just add some more points. Why actually you need to use Jetpack and what actually is a Jetpack Compose. Okay, Jetpack Compose is actually used for user interface design. So commonly, if you know basic about Android development, we use Java with XML. XML is used for front end and Java is for back end. Okay, so instead of that, you can use one more way, whether you can use Kotlin plus XML, or you can use Kotlin plus Jetpack Compose. Jetpack Compose is an optional, so you can use instead of XML. Okay, so the main benefits of having Jetpack Compose is two things. One is declarative and imperative like facilities that has been provided by the Jetpack. If you use XML, then it's imperative, and if actually use like Jetpack Compose, then it's declarative. So I'll just give a basic thing what actually is the difference between imperative and declarative. Okay, so XML is an like imperative. Imperative means, for example, if you this take this example as your phone. Okay, so in phone you have a hello word written. Okay, so user interacts with it, and a user need to change something other in the particular user interface. So what developer does is he will write one function where he will write like change something like change text something. He will write a function. In that function, he will write if a user interacts with it, then this change need to be presented. So after that, when a user interacts, it goes to this function and later it displays something in the screen. What is declarative? Declarative means just think it's similar way. It has hello something. Okay, so what actually does is that here developer will not write any function, but in the Kotlin, there is one architecture called state architecture. So what it does is when a user interacts with it, if any like changes need to be present, then it goes to state, and state will change this state of the particular user interface. So developer no need to write any function to change any feature in the like in user interface. Okay, so the main thing of like Jetpack is it's a declarative. And before that, like the today's session will be based on unit 1, so we will be providing the link for this course in the description. You can like check it. Okay, so give me a minute. So this will be the link. Later you can check it and you can continue the course. Okay, so before that, whenever you start developing application, you need two things. One is Android Studio. You can just try in your PC if you are actually in the session. Okay, so what you need to do is you need to go to Android Studio, and from here you can just download the Android Studio. Okay, just clicking on Android Studio and accept the terms and condition. Okay, this may take up to 951 MB something, and like later you can download it. And another thing that you should require whenever downloading Android Studio, that is uh, JDK, Java Development Kit. Okay, so you can just type JDK, and later in the first link, go click on it, and at the bottom it says Linux, Mac OS, and Windows. You can go with anything, and under Windows you can go into 64 or something and click it and download it. And there will be, after you download JDK, I will not go into deep how can actually you set up all those, but you can like download it and later go into environment variable. Okay, so once you gone there, you will get environment variable option. Under that, actually I used like Java file, so I have already path declared here. So you can just click new, and you can like add variable name as Java home and your file path. Okay, so these are the basic thing that you should know before you go into Android development. And first of all, we'll go to Android Studio. Okay, if you install, then click on Android Studio, it will open. Okay, so first of all, we will build the new application. So how can you actually start building new application? At the top you will get file, then go to new and go to new project. Okay, so if you are in the final year or something, like we use commonly empty activity for Java, but here we use empty compose activity. Okay, so it actually supports Jetpack compose. Here you need to give a unique name. You can give something like, we actually build a business card application right now. So we'll give a business card compose. Okay, so once you're done that, language will be default Kotlin and a minimum SDK. So I'll just give a small example, I'll not go into deep. Okay, so minimum SDK is nothing but just think of any game that you see in Play Store. What it does is that, for example, your phone device is not like high specs, but the game is in the high specs, then it says your device will not be comfortable like by running this application. So what a developer does that is he will select the like Oreo or something, he will leave this old 5.0 lollipop and all, he will directly develop from Oreo. Okay, so if you develop from Oreo, it says like 82.8 88.2% of devices will be available. For example, if I upload this app to Play Store, then I will like down people can download, about 82.2% of people can actually use this application. So what we recommend is better go to Lollipop, so that you will get 98% of people, so that you can actually run this application with those phones. Okay, we'll just finish it. And one more thing to say, like Android Studio, like it takes a lot of time to build everything and to set up everything. So better you have a better internet connection and the better specs of your laptop. So it take some times. So you can actually see the Gradle build that's going on. So until it goes, I'll just explain the code. Okay. So you don't need to worry at the top thing and all, but actually it starts from on create method. Okay. So those who are know like Android development, there are different life cycles in the activities and all. First activity will be on create. So actually from on create, entire application starts executing. Okay. So this will be on create, and from this the entire process will start. And give me a minute. So there will be at composable function. I know this will be the completely new topic, but I will try to explain as I can. Okay. So normally in any other programming language, we used to like create function by adding fun or anything like it's a common function we use, like something day and like this. So it will be like normal function, and here all the like functional activities can be done. But what actually difference is with at composable function. At composable function is commonly used to design user interface. Okay, for example, if you need to add any button in jetpack compose, and you should declare under at composable. You can't directly write button and you can add those things. Okay, and another more thing is XML can be just dragged and like drag and drop, but in Kotlin you can't drag and drop. Each design need to be written in the code itself. Okay. So okay. So those function which are declared under at composable should be a capital letter in its first letter. Okay, it should be capitalized. So normal function can be small letter, but the composable function should be in capital letter. Okay. So in this, it has a Hello Android. Okay, so Hello Android is a user interface thing. So it is kept under at composable function. Okay. So and another one is at preview. At preview is nothing but it is used to display the entire screen in the like AVD. AVD call as like uh, those, it's like emulator thing. So you can actually change it by like if, I think now it's completely boring, so you can change it like system. So system UI. Okay, then we'll add true. So what it actually does is that it gives a frame of a phone. Okay. So it says it's nothing but it's a hello Android text. So what it does is that here it is declared a text one. Okay, so it accepts one text value which is a string value. Okay, so as he said, first one is a function, then is a function name. Under that it accepts a parameter called name as a string data type. Okay, so here we declared text and hello with the name which goes as a string. Okay, so there will be another at composable function which is a default preview, which the main work of this is to display the particular user interface to the screen only. The main work is only that much. Okay, so here we like given a value as an Android for the particular greeting function. Okay, so this is a greeting function where we declared Android, so it displays hello Android. Okay, so this is a basic structure, so I will not go into deep, but here I will talk about some of the file structures. Okay, and first of all we have Android manifest.xml. Okay, this will be the like metadata of everything, where you can actually like for example if your application uses some permission and all, you can actually use like users permission, and permission.camera. Okay, what it does is that for example in normal any application, if you use camera application, it has camera permission, allow or deny. So everything will be declared under Android manifest file. Okay, so this is the main purpose of manifest. And we have under Java we have com.xml example.business card and all. Under that we have main activity which we have talked. Okay, so I will leave these things, but I will just go into the resources file. Okay, what does resources file do? For example, in your application there will be a lot of visual things, right? Images, audios, or anything. All those images should be give put under drawable file itself, right? So everything should be given there. Later you can call that particular image in the code. Okay, these are the main thing of drawable. And another one is Gradle function. Like Gradle is nothing but which actually combines all the codes and it compiles and it executes, the main thing. So whenever if you make any issues in Gradle, then it will get a Gradle issue. Okay, so now what we will do is we will be going to have one application. So the application will be similar to this application. We call it as a business card preview application. So I will give the code for this. So we have the code in GitHub, so you can just check out and like you can just use that code. So I'll just send this in the chat box so you can actually see the code. Okay, so I forgot to say one thing. So many people may have confusion, so that how can I get the code from the GitHub, right? So once you open this link, you will be going into our GDSC VC repository. Okay, so every code will be presented in our repository, and GitHub is nothing but where actually you can upload all the code and you can access. Okay, so if you want to use that code in Android Studio, what you need to do is you need to click on the code section. Under code, you will get a link, so that copy it, and if you once copied it, go to the file. So it's best so that you no need to write the code again. You can just import the code from the GitHub. Okay, what you need to do is you need to go to file, then go to new, then go to project from version control. Okay, so from here it asks URL, so you need to paste that URL and just click on clone. Okay, so it will bring everything to your place, so you can just edit it and you can just see the actual application. Okay, so we'll just start the building the application. So before that, I need to ask you, so like what all things that you can see in this application. So first of all, we have a background which will be the dark gray background, and we have one image called as Android, another two text view which will be Melissa something like any text, and we have icons with some emails, numbers, and everything. Okay, so first of all, what we need to do is we need to change the background of our application right now. So it's completely boring. What I will do is I will just remove everything. Just remove at composable. Okay. Just remove gripping. Okay, so I just removed everything, and now what we will do is now background is a user interface, right? So as I told, anything related to user interface that should be written under at composable function. Okay, so what we need to do is we will write one function which will be at composable. Okay, so under this everything user interface function thing will come. Okay, so now we will write function which is used to display the I'll write the and background. Okay, so background with double braces and done. We are done with the main function which will be like user interfacing or adding background something. Okay, so now what I will do is it's a default thing, a business card compose theme. I'll just change it to background. Sorry. Now we will call this particular function to display the particular like code in the mobile phone. Okay, so everything that you write here, it should be declared here. So what I will do is I'll just add the main function name itself, so everything it's under will come here automatically. Okay, so I no need to bring it again and again. So at the top also, in the onCreate function, you need to call the background. Now it's done. Okay, so now what we need to do, here we will take an example right now. So everything present here will be represented in a column. Okay, so why column? Just see the text or the images and all. So it's represented under like under another one, right? If it's row, then it represented in relative manner. Now it's column, so it's one by one, right? So what you need to do, for everything in the screen, it will be column. Okay, first thing. So what we need to do now, we need to declare column. Okay, so once we declare as a column, then we need for changing background, there is a way called, we call it as a modifier. Okay, I'll say what actually is a modifier. Give me a minute. Okay, sorry. So it was a power issue. Okay, so modifier, what actually does is that modifier, you can actually add like text style or a background color or font, everything. You can't access directly, like you can't write change background or bg color directly, but you should declare under modifier itself. If you call the modifier function, then under that function you will get all the feature of background color, text style, font and everything. Okay, so what we'll do is we will add the fill max height. I'll say why actually use fill max height. Okay, and next one, we will add dot fill max width, and we'll add background. Okay, give me a minute. Okay, so what it does is that fill max height, the column will fill the entire screen from the top to bottom, and the width also, it will fill the width till the end of the screen. Okay, so we should declare dot fill max height and dot fill max width. So the column will fill everywhere, and the background also, it fills every screen. Okay, so we call as dot background, and we will call color with the color that we want, dark gray. Okay, so this will be the background color. So next thing that what we need to do is we will go to the design. Okay, now what we need to do is we need to add this image. So how can we actually add this image? So I have one image that already present, so I'll just copy it and I will go to the code, and as I said, every image that should be given in the drawable file. Okay, so you need to copy it, Control V. Okay, and yes, it's done. So the image is present here. Okay, so now what you need to do is you need to right, create one more thing, right? You need to create a val. I'll say why you actually you need to create. It will be for image, okay? So if you want to use the particular image in the application, you need to use one function which will be painter resources. Okay, painter resources is nothing but it takes the particular image from the drawable as an ID. So we can give like R means resource from the drawable, and Android we have like Android logo. Okay, so done. Like we call this particular like paint resources to access our image. So another thing, we just called it but it's not declared. Okay, in the Kotlin later you can also declare, it's not a problem. Okay, so we'll create one object image and we'll call painter image. Image. We will call this particular thing from the image. Okay, so we as we created, first of all we create a variable and we'll call this one. So content description is nothing but, for example, if you are unable to load any images, it will give an alternate text, right? Alternate text. Or you can take an example, a talkback feature in the Android, so that it helps for disability people, so that a talkback will read the particular thing in the image. Okay, so default will give null thing, so it will not, it will just skip from here. Okay. And now what you need to do is we'll just load the thing. Okay, fit. Okay. So what we'll do is we will create height and width of the image. So before you do that, you should do one thing. You should declare modifier again, so that all the like height and weight should be preferred in the modifier function. Okay. So what you should do is you need to use a modifier with modifier, and here you need to give height and width. Okay, what will be the height of your image and like width of your image. I'll give 120 dp. So it gives an error called you need to have import function. I hope import. Okay. Alt enter. This will brings an import. Next, you need to add the width. I will add 150 dp. Give me a minute. So here in the main background function, you should add something like you need to add horizontal alignment and vertical alignment, so that particular image will be in the proper horizontal manner. Okay, so what you should do is you need to add horizontal layout. Sorry. Okay, we'll add horizontal alignment, and it will be aligning in the center horizontal. Okay. Then we will add vertical alignment, which used to represent in a vertical manner. Let's run it. So as we have done, it take 120 dp and 150 dp. So what we'll do is another, we will add two texts, so that here it represent Melissy and something. Okay, so we'll add some text. So to add text, you should add a text uh, property. So we'll add some text. Okay, you can add anything. After we add, we can add like color of the text using color dot white. Okay. So we can add another more text, which is a bottom of the another text. Add anything. So now it came at the like one after another. So you can actually use it using. Okay, so actually I wrote outside the particular column, so it was showing in the larger size. So now it's all under column, so it is representing 1 by 1. Okay, so next we will add some icons. Okay, so here you saw there are three icons. So to add three icons, what you need to do is I have already three icons, so I will just select those things. I'll copy it and I'll paste it in the drawable. Even the icon should be in the drawable itself. So I just click OK. Yes, it's done. Okay, so now what we need to do is we need to create another one column. So I'll say why actually you need to create another one column. Okay, so column why you need to create is that each icon will be one after another. So for that we need one more column view, and inside that column we need to have a row thing, right? Why row? Because from each icon there will be opposite, there will be a number. So for that it will be represented in row, right? So we need column with row. Okay, so now what we will do is now you can change the color. As I said, I'll change it to somewhat green, so it matches with the Android. Okay, so now we will create another one column. So within this column, as I said, we again have to include the logo and all. So it will indirectly represent a user interface. So as I said, we need to declare modifier every time whenever we use some visual thing. Okay, so we use modifier and modifier. Okay, so again we need to add fill max width. So as I said, to fill the particular width and height, so we need to use fill max width again. Okay, so we'll use fill dot fill max width. Okay, so just doing that much, you need to add again padding and all. So what actually padding does is that I'll just add one padding. So padding we need to add for top. Top means those icons should be how much far it should be from the top. And if we add padding dot bottom, then it should represent how much far it should be from the bottom. Okay, so we'll add padding. We'll add top 500 dp. So it will be like a brief thing. So I can't say exactly how much it is, but I will add 500 dp. So another one we will add from for the bottom. Okay, so we'll add, sorry, adding. So it will for bottom. Okay, bottom we will give nearly 70 point dp. Why 70? Because as you see, it's near to the bottom, so we give just 70. Okay, so again what we need to do is we need to add this thing where horizontal alignment and this thing, right? Horizontal alignment, center horizontal. So this should be present here too, so that it aligns horizontally. So what we'll do is I'll paste this. Sorry. Uh, horizontal alignment dot center horizontally. Okay, so another thing that we need to add, it will be vertical arrangement. So it represent vertically in the format. Okay, so this will be the aligning process, and next it will be uh, to add some icons, right? As I said, to add icon you need to do one thing. You need to do a row. You need to add row within this, so that it actually seen like this, right? It's near to relative process, like your call icon has a number and all, so we use row thing. Okay, so we'll add a row inside the column. Okay, so inside the row again you need to add modifier, so that you can use icons and all. Okay, so now what you need to do is you need to set fill max width. Okay, again for that, fill max width. It's actually required to see the particular item in the structured manner. You like, if you don't use this, then it will feel messy. Then we'll add padding. It will be start. Okay, so Why start? Because see here the icon is near to starting position, so we use start parameter. Okay, so we use a start which will be nearly 40 dp. Okay, so it will be again for alignment. Now we will come to how actually you can use icon. Okay, so for that you see, like for image I created a val, then I created an object, and in it like painter resources function will be called, so that the particular image will be called from the drawable. So later we will declare that under a composable thing, right? We will declare image and all, right? So in the similar way for icon also, what we need to do, like you need to create the val thing. Okay, so give me a minute. uh, okay, we'll create a val and icon. Okay, you can give any name, so I'll just give icon is equal to painter resources. We will call that, so that we can fetch these icons from the drawable. Okay, a dot drawable dot, first it will be a phone, right? So we'll see the calls local phone. Yeah, it will be shown. Okay, the first icon will be phone. And the next thing that you need to do is, once you are done with it, you need to declare it, right? We'll take one object and we'll create a painter. We'll call painter. Okay, so here what we'll do is we'll call this particular object that we have created icon. So it will fetch from there. Content description, we will keep it as a null. Okay, so now what we need to do is, again for the alignment you need to use padding. Okay, so sorry, now we will use modifier again, because you need to add padding, right? So now what you need to use, you need to padding, because even this it should be from represent from start, right? So we'll use start, we'll use 60 point dp. Okay, so it will be 60 like pixels from the starting point. Next one will be the color. Color represents the color of the icon. So default I have some text color, so let's take it from there. Some colors. Okay, we will take this color and we will paste here. Okay, it will be hex color. So it will be about icon. Now what you need to do is you need to add text in front of the particular icon, right? So what you need to do is you need to add text. So you can in the phone you can add your phone number. Okay, so I'll just give phone number itself. Phone number, And again you need to add modifier, because for these two you need to add padding. Okay, so modifier dot padding. Even for text, it will be represented from the starting, right? How much distance it should be presented within the starting point. Okay, then we will give from start, and we will give nearly like somewhat 25 and 80 something. We'll just give that. And here you can also add the color of the text. Color, color dot white. Okay. So let's see. Okay, so you will get the similar as I said, it became proper. So now what you need to do is you will get all other things in the similar way, right? It is represented step by step. So what you need to do, you no need to write the code it again. Okay, so we this code is reusable code. So what you need to do is, so all those things which are the rows, right? You need to copy all those things. Okay, because the column will be the parenting, right? Under that you will get the children, which will be row. So what you need to do, you need to copy paste everything. So we'll see what happens. Okay, okay, so actually what you need to do is, like, you can just change all those icons to different thing. Like you can add email, you can add here share. Okay, everything you can change. You can change the names, everything. So one code can be reusable in this thing. Okay, so it feels messy right now because there will be no space in between. So what you can do, in Jetpack there will be one option called spacer. Okay, so in the spacer, what actually does is that spacer gives a space, so that if we declare height, so it will give the space of height, how much height we need to declare. So it will be like somewhat 12 So we'll just see how it looks. So see, we have spacing in between. Okay, so you can actually follow these steps in the everything like a row, so that it gives equal amount of space in between each other. So you can also like change the email. Right now you can change like mail, can yeah, can add share, everything, right? You can do all these things. And uh, it's the end of this session, because we have done the similar thing, but you can just try everything. You can just modify your name, and you can add your own images, you can add your own icons, everything. Okay, so as I said, we have given a code. So what you can do is, you can just import that, you can just edit it. Okay, so I hope like you guys enjoyed this session. And can I know, like, did you understand some at least basic things of Jetpack? If yes, then please reply in the chat box. I know, like, I took some more times to explain everything. Okay, so those who are present, we have some task. So, like, as we had already provided you code everything, so what you need to do is, you need to import that code, and you need to build your own business card. Okay, so you need to change your name, phone number, everything, but don't use your own personal number, but you can do anything. Okay, so what you need to do, you need to take a screenshot of that particular emulator where you got output, then you need to post it on Instagram, everything, but you need to tag GDC Instagram handle. Okay, so we will see that and we will upload in our Instagram handle. Okay, so I hope you guys got understand about something about Jetpack and all. So thank you everyone for listening. Okay, so if you have any more doubts, then you can please ask in the chat section. Okay, I hope no one has any doubts. So Tanish, can you please take it?
Yeah, Pratik, I'll carry on from here. So, guys, I hope you understood everything for today. And even these, Pratik, there is a doubt in chat section. Please clear
I
it.
have a doubt. Will you please say the actual state of Gradle file? What do you mean by actual state, someone? Can you please elaborate it?
Pratik, I think it's a version she asking for.
Version. Okay.
I think it's version. I don't have an exact idea.
Can you please elaborate it? Okay, it's a version. So what you can do is you can also check the Gradle version, latest Gradle version here. It's the current latest version, v7.6, because sometimes the old version may cause you Gradle issue. So what you need to do is like just delete the Gradle root file and just install it. So it will solve the issue. I hope you got it. Yes, Tanish, you can proceed.
Okay, guys, hope your doubts are all are cleared. And this is not the end of it. We have 2 more days, and please attend these sessions. And there will be a quiz for the last day. Please attend that quiz. You'll be the top 3 winners will be given a reward from our side. And so for today, thank you, Pratik and Shreyas, for providing wonderful information, and this will help in future. I also thank for our faculty members for joining the session. So I hope we can wind up now.
So those who don't have any doubts, you can please leave from the meet.